Alright, what's up guys? So I'm just gonna go over a few Visual Studio things that I did not really go over last time. I mentioned that this is I think uh, my first week using Visual Studio, so I'm gonna be going over just a couple cool little things that are unique to this program. Uh, so the first thing I like is that you can open multiple files at the same time. So you can do that in things like Array or even just any other simple text file, but you cannot actually view them at the same time without opening a whole new window. So this is actually really useful for if you need to test, just like a simple portion of your code. You can copy and paste and then run from a terminal from there. So that leads me to actually the second cool thing is that you have this built-in shell or terminal here, so you don't actually have to open up any of your original Python applications. So, if you did have these two files here and you wanted to test something, then all you'd have to do is you'd split this. You can split this terminal into two different terminals here, kind of keep things lined up. So you would just copy whatever function from your code. You just paste it on this side, and then you can run with this little triangle here. Just runs the program in the shell. So here you see I have here. Let me get out of this. You can just X that out. So this is actually a program that I'm working on right now. It's one of my assignments. But I'm not actually going to go into the details of the assignment. But one thing I did want to note here for when you are running your programs is the indentation, simple indentation differences between if you're running a program through Visual Studio's PowerShell versus maybe Python's original application or otherwise. This is actually only a problem I've experienced with Visual Studio is this part right here. So after I run my program, all I get is this syntax error here at the bottom, expected and indented block. So your typical convention for Python indentations is a 8-space indentation. So I can look at this and see 8 spaces, or these little dots are 8 spaces actually. I like how it displays these dots for you, so you don't have to highlight and count each individual step. That would be quite the pain. But so as you see, my 8 indentation here, I still get this this error, this indentation error, that it expects an indented block. So I'm thinking, oh, all right, well, really when I type this in Visual Studio, it's 2 indentations. So the default indentation is a 4-space indentation for Visual Studio, which is similar to actually a textbook program that I've been using. I'm not sure if anyone's ever heard of Zybooks, but they use a 4-space indentation as well, which is not typical Python convention, but it works for when you're testing out, or not really testing, but when you are exploring theories. You don't really need to worry about how many spaces your indentations are. However, for this, assignment that I'm in school for and being tested for, it gets kind of annoying, when you have to make up for these little things. So I try it with just the default method Visual Studio uses. Maybe it's just a Visual Studio error that maybe they just want to see uh, four spaces for their indentation block. So let's save this. Right, and we'll just run this. And as you can see, I still get this indentation block. And it might be hard to, let me change this to a 3. So just so you know that this is a new run here. So I'll save this. My return is just a string 3. We'll run, and it still expects, here we go, return 3. Expected an indented block. So I don't really know what that issue is. But it's annoying. Other than little things, like that little, I guess this is just a software difference. So at the end of the day, using different softwares is going to return different results. So I think that's kind of annoying because it takes away from actually being able to write legitimate code. So either this Python PowerShell that Visual Studio incorporates has some basically unfleshed testing material or for their interpreter, or no, I mean that's really all I can think of is just differences in interpreters, which is annoying considering that Python has grown quite a bit over the past few years. It's quite the popular language, so I'm not really sure why simple things such as how many spaces are in an indent are returning errors. Either we should all agree on 4 or 8 spaces, or the interpreter should accept both. It should not be denied. You should not deny both. That's actually very confusing. Once an indented block, I've indented with 4. I've indented with 8. I could indent with 12, but I've actually ran other programs, so you can see this. Well, this is actually still in the works, but I have let's see, another assignment actually here. Let me pull up one of these other assignments here. So here was another school assignment, and as you can see, this indentation, this is an 8-space indentation, so which works fine. So I'm not too sure why. I'm getting errors here. Man, I shouldn't be. 8 indentations. Yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to point that out for you guys. It does take away a little bit from the actual learning here. If you're working with Python outside of a school environment, this is probably very annoying that we're caught up on a syntax error. So yeah, that's just a quick introduction again to Visual Studio. I'll keep you guys updated with any more cool things. I'll get to playing around with all these other features. There's also a debugger and different features that I've yet to actually fully explore. So I wish you all luck, and see you next time.